This video is for citrine. Just cut the deck really quick. Okay, so she technically only asked me about 2 questions, so I'm going to do a general reading on her first. So the first cards I'm going to pull are going to be for her energy right now, or her life as it stands, and where she's being guided to. So this is for her. This is her life as it stands. This is where she's being guided to. Okay, so this is her. The 5 of Swords. And by the way, I'm using the She-Wolf Tarot. It's really beautiful. So the 5 of Swords means you have a lot of mental conflict going on right now. You feel a little defeated. You don't really know the answer and you're feeling a little anxious. Typically what I would just recommend is kind of getting control of what's going on. Remove the excess. See, you know, what's happening. Don't get into too many arguments with people. Just if they start arguing, pull back and try to just center yourself from there, because that's why you're feeling a little defeated. Too many people are putting their hands in the pot. They're messing with your ideas. This is your life as it stands currently. So with that defeat, with that kind of conflict that you had going on, you've now started to kind of withdraw. You kind of want some alone time, and that's the Hermit. The Hermit is all about going within, getting some quiet time for yourself, and really seeing what's going on. You want to meditate at this time. There's too much chitter chatter, like I was mentioning in the 5 of Swords, and you just need to get silent and kind of work with that, because your answers are going to come from there. You're going to know what you really want when you get quiet with yourself. You're going to have like a divine intervention moment. So that's the Hermit. It's really pretty, right? The next card is where you're being guided to. And this is the 10 of Swords. So everything that's been stressing you out right now, it's draining you. It's drained you completely to a point where you don't really have a lot of energy. This is your Phoenix moment. This is where you rise up from the ashes. Don't let those things get to you, because it's transforming you into something new. So don't feel down, defeated at what's going on. Actually realize that you're rising right now. You're becoming a whole new person right now, okay? The next, she was asking if she actually got over her past boyfriend and what kind of is going on with that. So all I'm going to do is just take a look at her heart, okay? So the first one is for her. The next one is for her heart. The next one is the energy. And the next one is what we need to know most, okay? So the first one is her, the 6 of Pentacles. So anytime you see the 6, you know that this is a card of balance. You've just experienced a lot of loss, and now you know that the loss is not the end-all be-all. You know you can live still. You're fine. You always have been fine. It just felt like you weren't for a little bit. So now, from the experience of what loss feels like, take it and share it. Show people what that energy is. Trust, because this is a very big time of abundance for you. As you can see, the woman's pregnant. She's sitting on a lapis lazuli, and the eagle is about to drop her a really pretty gift. So just trust and know, and just move forward from the loss that you experienced. Don't live with it, okay? The next is your heart. The King of Wands. Your heart is a ferocious, loving, passionate beast. And he doesn't really give it away to anyone except for who he really loves. So, or she, that's the king. But your heart knows. And when it knows, it knows. So Just remember that. She's a very creative, ambitious, loving, fire-breathing dragon, in a sense. This is the energy of you and your heart. And this is judgment. So when you pull judgment, it's knowing that everything happened for a reason. You had to get there. It's kind of like when you go to, right before you go to heaven, or everybody says that right before they die, their life flashes before their eyes. That's really what happens when you're transforming into the next, you're transitioning to the next lifetime. Your life flashes before your eyes and you really understand why. So you got this card with your heart. Just know you had to go through the things you went through to get more. You had to go there. You had to experience that loss. It had to happen. This is what you need to know most, or where you're being guided to. And this is the Four of Swords. So typically people will see this card or this suit of swords as a little stressful. But this is the one where you're protected. It's the one card in the swords where there's not a lot of anxiety. Yeah, it might look like things are crashing down on you, but you're protected. None of the swords can get you. You've healed from the heartbreak already. So the Three of Swords, the big heartbreak card. The Four is once you've healed it. You're good. You're chilling. Nothing can, you're cool right now. The next question she asked is about her and a guy. I know his name. I'm not saying it out loud for privacy purposes, but this is for her. This is for the guy. This is for the energy between the two of them. And this is what she needs to know most. So this is her. You are on a new beginning, sweet darling. Do not have any fear when it comes to this. Please, please, when a baby's learning how to walk, it does not fear the fall. It just wants to learn how to walk. It doesn't even know that walking can lead to scrapes, cuts, and bruises. So go about this the same way you go about love. Or go about that the same way you're going about this relationship. Don't fear the fall. You're okay. It's going to be fine. Go in it with no inhibition. Start off on your new beginning. The next card is for the guy. His is the Eight of Wands. So for you, for him, things are happening really quickly. That is what this card means. It's like things are about to happen and they're about to happen fast. Be ready. The next is the energy between the two of you, and it's death. So I'm not quite sure what that means, because this typically will be death to what's no longer serving you. I don't know if this is in regards to the relationship, but what I'll read it as is, if this relationship isn't serving you at your highest good, it may be time to let it go. Or the things that are causing the fears about the relationship, it's time to let go. If you are living in the past right now and it's preventing you from moving forward with this guy, it's time to trust. But I am going to pull one more card for clarity to see kind of what's going on here. Oh yeah, you're good, honey. This is a good relationship. You got the Sun. So what this is telling me is that whatever fear you have going into it, your expectations of relationships, how they've been in the past, this is not going to be it. Do not bring those into it. Goes back to the Fool. You got the Sun. That magnifies a reading in tenfold. That means it's supposed to happen. That means it's a beautiful thing. The sun is now shining on you. It's time to soak in it, okay? Bask in it. And this is what you need to know most. The relationship between the two of you, what you need to know most is it's a cosmic union. Need I say more? This is the world. This is completion. This is the two cards that magnify a reading in tenfold came up between you and him. This was supposed to happen for whatever reason. I'm not saying you guys are soulmates. I'm just letting you know that this is the end of the cycle right here. You're starting a new one, okay? Okay, hope that helps.